Hello, I'm Paul Strachan and I operate a registered office of the Auditel network. Now, I work with organisations of all sizes to increase their profitability, become more efficient and in time increase their productivity. Now, in previous videos I've spoken about practical ways on how to use less energy. So today I thought I'd talk about why we should be using less energy. For me, there are three main positive drivers to this, and the first is glaringly obvious. It can save us money. Think of the pride that we feel when we can honestly say to our spouse or our finance director or our manager and say, I've saved some money on our electricity bills this week, this month, made budget this year. It's a good feeling. So secondly, it's good for the economy. If we use less energy, it means that the government doesn't have to spend our hard-earned taxes in building new power stations. We can reinvest our taxes into energy efficient schemes, which in turn creates jobs. And thirdly, it's good for the environment. It saves on natural resources and it creates less pollution. And after all, we all like fresh air, don't we? So why don't we do it? I'll tell you why. It's because it's hard. It needs effort and it needs a culture change away from the norm. Because it's that much easier to turn the thermostat up by 1 or 2 degrees when it gets cold, rather than find a way to keep the warm air in our buildings. I'd like to share a story with you to illustrate what I'm talking about. So there's a convenience store near me. It's an open all hours type shop, and its tagline is chilled drinks sold here. So the shop had recently changed hands, and the new owner hadn't just bought the business, but he bought everything that went with that. The old style strip lightings that were inefficient. There was the refrigeration, which had seen better days and was over 15 years old. So once his first electricity bill arrived, he saw how much energy he was buying. He very quickly made the decision to use less energy. But how was he going to do it? Because the shop was probably open for about 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. So the first thing he did, he upgraded the strip lighting to LED. The quality of light was much improved and it used 50% less energy. The next thing was he replaced the old refrigeration with new. The old style was the large single unit open fronted, you know, the sort of thing. And the modern units that he put in reduced the consumption by 30%. And because they had the transparent doors on the front, the energy was reduced by a further 30%. The net effect of what he did was an £1,800 a year reduction in his electricity bill. Now, how many bottles of Coke would he needed to have sold to make almost £2,000? So the message I'm trying to give you here is be like the shop owner and make the decision to use less energy. It really is that simple. I'm Paul Strachan, and if you'd like to connect with me, you can do so using the details next to this video. I'll see you next time.